Thank you for watching Crit Heads. You can catch our sessions live at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time at twitch.tv/CritHeadsOfficial.
Welcome back to Shitheads.
Welcome back to Crit Heads. Session 8 of the Gambit O-Chain. I am the Dungeon Master, David. Along with me, like every other session before, is my good friend Tristan, playing Sir Dr. Valgrim Caston.
Howdy.
We have my good friend Matt, playing Isaiah Femurclasp.
Hello.
And my good friend Andrew, who is playing Aethys.
Hello.
Last week was sort of a shorter, sort of filler episode because of my employment situation. And that's not on YouTube yet, but it will be by the time that this one's on YouTube, obviously. Had some editing issues, but that's okay. So, last week was the interactions between the Gambit of Chain Knights and the crew of the Golden Coral, a pirate ship of legend that is commanded almost entirely by goblins. And it seems that each of them have their own individual quirks and problems, but that doesn't matter as long as the knights here got their ride to Northern Belton, where they could begin their task of trying to stop this war. During all that time, Aethys was slowly learning the birds and bees.
Yo.
And Valgrim was having a couple of happy nights. Don't know if Isaiah ever got in on that, but Pac was looking at him.
Yeah, you probably did not.
But before you all managed to get off the boat, the captain finally did pull himself back together and said a quick thing.
Yes.
He goes, hey, you three. We're getting close to the destination that you set out, so this might be as good a time as any for, what's the word? I think it's extortion. Yeah, that.
Excellent. Isaiah's clenching his fist in the background, just like, I knew this was a bad idea.
Now,
and yet
Wonderful.
nobody fucking listened to me.
we could definitely let you swim the rest of your way, shark-infested waters and all that. However, we're more than happy to drop you off at port, safe and sound, with just one caveat.
And what would that be?
You and your kingdom are going to owe us a favor, to be redeemed whenever we see fit.
Well, first of all, we have to agree that it won't be something you require of us that goes against the kingdom.
I won't have you attack your own king. I'll say that.
Right. Secondly, it can't be illegal.
Well, You see, here's the thing. I don't like negotiating. I like when people just say yes.
Well, I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen.
What I would suggest is perhaps you have a way to get a message to our lords, our kings, or whatever.
I've had correspondence with the Kingdom of Davii. At least through our liaison. Because we're a big ship, we have one of those.
Right. Look, I'm fine with owing you a favor personally, but I'm not fine with our kingdom having to pay the price.
Well, listen. I may not ask anything of your kingdom. I may just ask of you. But I can't be sure until it's time to cash in. That's why I'm rounding all my bases. You understand.
I honestly do not.
Well, you will in time.
Right, people keep saying that.
He says, right, fine, fuck it. Leave your kingdom out. You three owing me a favor. Is that good enough?
Yes, I'm
That-
agreeable to this.
Sure.
Ah, excellent. I was worried about the big guy back there. He's quiet, and those typically tend to be the scary ones. Unless you're my own.
Well, he is quite the scary one.
In
I
any
wouldn't
case,
fuck with him.
then we are set. I hope you all enjoy your stay in Belden for whatever fucking reason.
We'll make the best of it.
Yeah, hopefully we can end the war.
And it is at this point that you guys remember, oh, right, we have a mission. And when
Alright!
rifling through your supplies, when checking your supplies, you realize that the bag of holding that you had Aethys in also had
Curse
some other
sentence.
things. Namely, a dossier. As you all had the idea of
Excellent.
using... You all had the idea of using fallen soldiers as basically aliases for coming to Belden. The king and his men managed to gather up a set of 3 people that you can emulate along with their belongings. All of that is outlined in the handout in the voice channel.
Excellent.
I am some messages behind.
All right.
This document contains
Break.
information on 3 soldiers that fit your descriptions enough. And along with these aliases and belongings, there's also a lead for you to follow. The king did not simply expect you to wander into Genowick and just ask about the war.
He had good sense.
When you see the alias that has been given to you, why don't you go ahead and say the name?
Excellent. I'll start with Leon Kisso.
Leon Kisso, who is a human man whose only belongings on his person were a golden ring, a letter from his wife, and a small wooden ball.
And back.
Do you happen to have that letter from the wife?
I do not,
Oh,
but it wasn't like any explicit information. It was more just like, oh, I haven't seen you in so long. I miss you.
I miss
I long for your touch. You know, stuff like that.
Give me that dick. Anyways.
Garanir Teldagar.
Giranir Teldagar. He is a dwarf, so you're gonna have to do a little bit of lying about that. His only belongings that were on him were an emblem of his clan, the Teldagars, and a list of names with several crossed out, all of the names ending in Teldagar. Which would leave the last name on the list for Aethys.
Yes. Belvrati Fallhold.
Belverati Fallhold. A half-elven man whose only belongings were 6 books about nature, specifically about plant and bug species, a pair of reading glasses, a small letter from the Unterkauer University, talking about his doctorate thesis, and a canister of coffee beans and a small brewing set.
Well, I'll say this fellow had similar habits, if not insufficiently. Coffee is so boring.
This is a man who drinks tea.
Tea is not boring.
Especially with honey.
Dr. Caston, it says here in my note that perhaps you could give me a crash course on biology. What is that?
Oh no.
Not my field of study. Biology is about living things, about, us and how we work. But I study long dead cultures, ruins that have been
So, like,
long buried.
the exact opposite of what you study. Excellent. Well, it looks like I have some reading to do. Are those 6 books about nature, like, with the thing?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm just going to put those in my pack in
All-
preparation to read them later.
All of the listed belongings were in the sack along with the dossier.
I'm going to perch the reading glasses on my nose. Do we have, like, pictures of them?
They're fairly similar to you.
Okay.
The differences are minuscule, although I forgot to write it down, but Valgum, you kind of have to ditch the monocle to look like your man.
Fine. Take my monocle off and I'll put it in my my pocket.
You're
Isaiah
also...
just puts on the gold ring.
Yep.
Yo, it's pretty funny how, and I got the professor, and Valgum got the fucking idiot, barbarian, and fucking, Matt got the fucking...
Family man.
The family man, yeah. Reversal of roles. Keck W. Can I get a poggers in chat?
I hate you. You were also informed of a lead that the king managed to fish up. There's a dwarven man in the city of Unterkauer. A dwarven man that is only known by the codename of Breaker.
Breaker.
The details are in the dossier for you, but basically, he has been known to frequent a tavern named the Flurry Ale. So,
The Flurry Ale?
the Flurry Ale.
That is an awful name for a tavern.
And you're an awful name because I keep putting an E in it. Anyways.
A-E-I-O-Euthus.
So, you guys finally arrive. Wait. I am recording. Okay.
Scuff. Stop barking, dude.
Listen. Small session. Anyways. You guys land in the city of Genowick. A cold, bitter wind is blowing in the breeze amongst this very small port town that doesn't look too great. It seems like...
What do you mean by too great?
It seems like the buildings look a little dilapidated and unkempt. The people definitely look dirty and not very happy.
Oh, great.
So basically, we just pulled up on the favela. Is that what you're saying, or like
Kind
it's
of.
just kind of bad?
It looks like this was a once really great city that's fallen into disrepair.
Okay, I get you.
Oh, and one last thing I forgot to note. Along with all of your secret identities and stuff were Belden military uniforms.
Nice.
Excellent.
Cleaned of all their blood and gashes and the like.
I will put that on over my tunic.
I'll follow suit and put mine on.
I'm gonna change into mine and stow my robes.
It's a particularly...
Actually, I'm not even wearing robes. I'm wearing that outfit. I'll put it on over mine.
It is particularly cold outside, so these uniforms that have some fur linings on the inside feel very nice against the bitter cold that you were just exposed to.
Wait.
As the
What's the date today? The 23rd of Alturic?
yes, you have been sailing for roughly a week and a half.
Okay.
On this day, you all sail into the port town of Genowick. As the ship makes dock, you see people, just like before, sort of running away from the Golden Coral, given its intimidating presence.
Oh lord.
And as you are being dropped off, Captain says, "Right. Oh, also, before you all leave, I told you that one of the important things about riding on my ship is that for your stay, you are crew. And now that you are departing, it is time for you to get your payment."
Ah.
Well, I won't say no to that.
He throws 6 gold at you.
Like in total?
Yeah. 2 per person.
Yeah, thanks.
That is accurate to how much gold we paid our crew.
That's more than
5 gold a month, every month for an entire year.
it was pretty decent.
Yeah. For like
This
commoners, this was great money.
This is mighty generous of you.
I mean, that's just our rate. Not about being generous.
Your
Gotta
rate
pay
is
high for
generous.
people to risk their lives.
You run a
make a
tight.
point.
You run a good ship.
Hey, see, why can't more people say that? I wouldn't have run into so many problems if more people would just respect me. In any case,
It's been a pleasure,
I-
Captain.
I think it's because you're a goblin and people typically don't like that.
right? Like, it's not just me playing the race card, right?
No, I do genuinely think goblins are a hated race.
It is rather accurate.
There is a certain predisposition towards you.
Well, I'll change that.
I believe you will. When
Now,
you are yourself.
If you don't mind pissing off so that we can set sail to our next destination, I've
Yep.
heard word that there is trouble on the parlay, and I need to go see what's wrong.
Well, I don't know what that is, but you have a wonderful day.
And as soon as you guys get off the boat, he sort of twitches and falls to the ground.
Oh.
And
I'm sure he's fine.
Pock quickly slides over, claps twice, and 2 hefty-looking dwarves, 2 of the people who were also on cannon duty with you, Isaiah, end up carrying him away. She says, "Bye now, boys. Don't be strangers, especially not you, Jolly."
Yeah.
See you around.
Thanks for the rag.
She just sort of like face palms and goes, "That boy will learn something someday."
Eventually.
So, you guys are left to your own devices in the city of Genowick.
Oh boy, what mischief can we get up to here? It's a bunch of poor people, so they probably got nice drugs.
What was the date again?
The 23rd of Alturic.
Well,
What
I
he said.
suppose it would probably be best to start looking for this tavern.
That does seem to be our only lead.
I'd have to just bum around for a couple of hours, see what we can see.
I'm sure it won't take us a couple of hours to find a tavern. What else can these people do for fun?
Well,
You'd be surprised.
if you guys would like to roll investigation or perception to try to find this place.
You want a check?
A perception check.
I'm sorry, I cannot cash a check.
Unfortunately.
Investigation.
Oh, nice. That is a 22.
I have a +6 to perception. Excellent.
I think that's actually the highest roll that you've ever achieved in this campaign.
Most
Well,
likely.
that seems about right.
I got a 12.
I got a nat 1, baby.
So, you guys spend a couple of hours looking around for this tavern called the Flurry Ale. And finally, no
I
place.
swear it's called the Curry Pail.
After
Maybe I'll
not
not
finding
notice.
it for a very long time, Aethys, you end up tripping and falling, and the bag of holding ends up opening from underneath you, and the dossier flies out onto the ground in front of you. To which you see that a small sentence that reads, "We have a spy in the city of Unterkauer. You all are currently in the
Oh.
city of Genoa."
Right.
Ah.
The spy's not even in this city.
You said that out loud?
Yeah, to my party.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Perhaps we should move on.
Okay, nothing happens.
All right, yeah.
Are you guys
So
going to
where-
attempt to leave the city?
Should we stay the night, perhaps?
What time is it now?
You guys were dropped off at around noon, and you searched for roughly 4 hours for this tavern that isn't here, so it's about 4 o'clock.
Well,
should-
that is unfortunate. It is almost sunset.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
I'd rather not travel at night.
We
I
should find a
agree.
place to stay here.
If we do not have our horses.
True.
Perhaps we should track down some horses.
Perhaps.
And then
See if
find
there's a
somewhere to
stable
sleep.
around here.
And then, yes, I'm sure Belden has some horses. Can I try to find a stable?
Sure. Go ahead and roll for me.
Excellent.
Oh,
That is a 24.
sure enough, on the towards the edge of town, as you're looking around, the city has a wall along its land routes, and the gates are surrounded by soldiers and guards and the like. But just past that, just before the information office and the bounty office, there is a man at a stable who's just sort of sitting there filing his nails. A small dwarven man.
Hello?
Oh, hey, how can I help you?
I would like to purchase some horses.
I bet you would.
Yes, that would be a reason one would come to your shop.
Well,
Do you have 3, perhaps a small pony and 2 horses?
well, here's the thing. That we aren't gonna have anything very small, and this shop has been commandeered, so I can't exactly sell you
By-
anything. By the General Ephrael, or the General, under the orders of Ephrael Snowdown. I am not to sell any of my horses. I am only to keep them available for military reasons.
Well, you dunce, look at my badge. And I point at the Belden military badge.
Persuasion with advantage.
Okay. Ooh.
Wow.
That's a
up.
+2. That's an 11.
Well, you had to beat an 8, so
Oh, nice.
he goes,
Nice.
oh. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that.
Obviously.
Right. You said you needed 3?
Well, Is one of them small? Do you have a smaller horse?
No. You can't get anything.
Perhaps a hound.
Yeah, you can't get any smaller mounts past Gelm Gehenna. Up here in the
I
northern parts, it's
see.
mostly humans, so they mostly want, big horses.
I understand. Just two then. A small
Right.
fella can ride with one of
And,
us.
And what's your name?
My name is Belverati Fallhold. I'm a researcher with the army.
Oh. A Fallhold. Real egghead.
Well, they say what they say about us, but my family is known for its intellectual pursuits, and that's not something to be ashamed of.
Right. Well, I'll go ahead and get those suited up for you.
Much appreciated.
So, you have basically finagled yourself into some free horses.
Excellent.
Neat.
While he's doing that, what are you two up to?
Good,
May I have to
you
mute
two
real fast?
corrected it.
I'm good.
Well,
Oh, whale?
Isaiah's just gonna kind of follow behind the dwarf, getting them the horses.
Oh, you're there with him. Okay.
Yep.
What about you, Valgum? Do you tag along, or are you doing other things?
Yeah, I'll tag along because I'm. As much as Valgum would want to go find the places of research around here, right now it's not such a wise idea.
Right. So, you guys are waiting, and during this time, let me go ahead and roll luck real fast. Yep, that's about what I expected. During this time, you see a man walk into the stable, and he is dressed to the nines, so to say. He has all sorts of badges and pins of honor on his chest. Very well-decorated military man who walks in, and
I immediately salute.
he looks at you and salutes in turn before saying, "At ease."
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen you three around.
We just got into town, actually. We're not staying for long.
I had no knowledge of any soldiers passing through.
Well, to be fair, sir, we're not typical soldiers. We're sent on special assignment.
Ah, you're one of Ephrael's special boys, I see.
Yes. You don't really send a botanist to do typical things. But harnessing the natural resources of the world, that's where the true power lies. Can I do anything for you, sir?
Well, I did see 3 uniformed men come in here.
Yes, sir. We're just getting horses so we could be on our way. Only taking 2. The small fella can just ride with us. Save the resources for the men who need them.
Right, well, you need clearance to leave the city of Genowick.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I was unaware. We just got in.
What reason do you have to leave? Where exactly are you going?
We're headed to Unterkul.
Ah, I see. Do you have business there?
We do. Do you know the forest outside of it?
I suppose.
It's not a big forest, but there is a small forest outside of it. A very special fungus grows there that could perhaps be weaponized.
God damn it. So you're
Right.
researchers in military gear.
Right. You want to protect those who could perhaps develop the most potent poison or biological weapon to ever exist in the realm of Dawn.
Oh, that's the secret weapon that he keeps talking about. Okay.
Exactly. I say sweating like a motherfucker now.
All right. Well, if that's the case, you'll have clearance.
I appreciate that, sir. I am Balvarati Fallhold.
General Farrowwick at your service.
I'm very honored to meet you, sir. I hope one day to become a general myself.
Well, if you're part of his secret weapon plan, I'm sure that you're going to get a lot better than that.
Here's to hoping. These are my personal escort. You can see the big one is here for an obvious reason.
Oh, you
This
got a
one here-
Teldagar with you. Oh, that must be fun.
He is quite a sight to behold in combat.
I'd bet. Those men are absolutely ruthless.
Yes, he is quite vicious. And the big one, he's here to keep us sort of healed, well fed. He's our sort of he's a family man, really.
I see. Well, you all have safe travels.
Absolutely, sir. You have I wish you luck in all your endeavors. I know things are getting rough, but we can fight through this.
As you say this, the dwarven man who is gathering your horses walks in and says, "Your horses are out front." Oh, Sergeant, and the general is sort of irritated at the sort of misname. Just sort of slowly hands him
Sergeant.
a red envelope, and the dwarf just goes, "Where is this one going?" He says, "Just make sure that it gets its way to Osterberg. Apparently, plans are getting put forward. From what we
Sir, if I might.
Oh.
After Osterkor, we are headed to Osterberg. We could take it for you if you'd wish it to be in capable hands. Not that
Persuasion.
his hands aren't capable. I'm spitting so much bullshit, dude. Oh, God. It's an 18.
Fuck. He then looks at you, says, "Well, if that's the case, then I don't see any harm in it." And he hands you the red envelope instead.
And I immediately tuck it away, and I put 2 gold on the counter for the dwarf. I apologize for commandeering your services, good sir, but I know it's not the price of 2 horses, but perhaps it'll help.
It's more than what the government's paying me right now anyway. And
And I wink at him, and I try to peace out.
yeah, no, you are more than allowed, and I assume the other 2 follow, not wanting to be in the same room as the sergeant anymore.
Matt, you're muted.
Just a solid sir on the way out of the door.
Don't go too blood crazy out there, Telegar.
Matt, we still can't hear you.
He's in there dying.
Okay. Well, Isaiah's just dying in the corner.
You can't hear him fucking dying. Holy shit.
No, I can hear it. I'm guessing he's trying to spread the stream, though.
Yeah, he is.
Wow. In any case, you all head out and with this information that you definitely should not have tucked in your back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And with these horses that are outside tied up with the military emblems sort of pinned against the harnesses and the like,
Great. I offer to let Valgum ride with me since I am lighter than Isaiah. Don't want to overburden the horses.
Yeah, I'll accept that. I'll hop on up there.
We can probably ride through the night. I don't want to stay in this city with this dude knowing we have the letter. I want him to think we're out there so we can read it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we can move 2 squares on a horse, right, David?
Yep.
So does that mean we can make it to Unterkor before the next day?
No, that means that you'll make it you'll be half a day
Right
out.
outside.
Okay, perfect. We can camp right outside. That's fine with me. But as soon as we're out of the fucking city and we're just comfortably riding on our horses, I'm going to open the letter up and read it.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I don't actually have a handout for this one because I didn't expect to need it, but
That's fair.
basically, when you open it up, it details of a next wave of attacks, basically. This letter was going to Osterberg to sort of begin the snowball of troops.
Are
Osterberg,
any places in Davii on this list?
of places to be hit, yes.
Oh, shit.
Davi's Reach is the main target, but they are going to be stopping in places like Asmar and the like.
Oh, shit. That's not good.
Essentially, the plan, as it's stated in this letter, is that once it's received, the troops of Osterberg are going to rally and get to the city of Heltris, and then travel to the city of Seisenwale, where the the mammoths and the giants tend to be. And that last wave, as is stated in the letter, will be enough to put the nail in the king's coffin.
Right. Well, here's the thing, boys. We cannot let this letter reach Osterberg. And we must go with utmost haste to find the Snowdown boy and see if we can't convince him otherwise. Or see if we could perhaps find Glorioso, because something rings wrong about his death. This all-powerful, ambitious lord suddenly dying. I don't know, he seems more of a paranoid sort than that.
This doesn't seem right, that's for sure.
Exactly.
No,
Well,
this
then I
letter
guess we
cannot
better
read.
start moving.
Lead the way, Isaiah, please.
Show.
Alright, so can I get a luck roll for the day?
Yeah, start us off, Isaiah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! Wanna be a cowboy.
71.
Baby.
Nice.
Boys.
So, no event. You guys managed to perch outside the city, and you are not alone. Just outside the city, there seems to be a very large military encampment with hundreds, if not thousands, of tents set up at the base of the mountain range that leads into Dordashid.
Door to shade.
No, they're saying.
This area is sort of like at a crossroads where going north leads to Dordashid and south to Unterkar. I'm butchering my own names, but I don't care.
Unterkor is our destination.
As you all ride in, you see several soldiers immediately leap up out of their tents, grabbing whatever weapons are nearby. Not expecting to hear of anyone coming through.
Okay, boys. Do we full on bullshit them, present the letter, tell them that we're on a divine mission, or do we just try to pass ourselves by as soldiers? What's the play?
I think the three of us, if we can kind of keep our heads down, I don't think we'll draw special attention. But we definitely don't need to stick around for any longer than we have to.
We're just here to find the spy, really.
Yeah.
All right. So what if we just approach them, and if they start questioning, like, big time, we'll just say, like, we got a letter from this very important general. Fuck off, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on our way to deliver a letter to Dorda Shed.
No, Osterberg. Okay. So
Let's play here, boys.
I'm gonna hold up a hand in greeting with the badge in it.
But
Upon
not
seeing
the
your
one way.
uniforms and the emblem, they sort of lower their weapons. One of them, standing taller than the rest, walks out and says, "Now what the hell are you boys doing? Riding through the night?"
Fuck, he's right. We did come in the middle of the fucking night. God damn it. Fuck it. We're on a very important mission. From
What
Gunwick.
mission could be so damn important?
I pull out the bag and show him
Parcel
the
delivery.
We have a very important letter that must be delivered to Osterberg.
Oh, red letter. Oh boy.
Yes, it's looks like it's about that time.
We're supposed to be discreet about it as well, so we're trying to
Yes, so
make
if
up
you
for any
don't
lost
mind
time.
letting us sort of go quickly, we must meet with a contact, replenish our supplies, and move on.
Well, if you need to replenish, you can take anything that you need from here first.
That is very much appreciated.
Thank you for your hospitality.
And please, could you tell me where what is it called? The Flurry Ale? Could you tell me where the Flurry Ale is, the tavern?
Oh, I see you boys. All work and play. Well, I guess it can't be helped. Every soldier needs his vice.
Look, we gotta have something to look forward to after this.
Wow.
Right, yes.
Well, the Flurry Ale is close to the center of Unterkauer. I'm guessing y'all are heading in there for your contact.
Right, contact with,
Bartender.
right.
Well,
We've been riding for 3 days. It's been rough.
right. Well, it's just towards the center of town. You can't miss it.
That is much appreciated. May we see the stockpile of supplies you have?
All right. He brings you over to an area where extra weapons are being kept and extra rations and the like are.
Hell yeah. What's
I sort of just look at the other two, like.
How many more days you traveling?
I say Osterberg's probably a 3-day ride.
Probably 4 if we run into a hiccup.
As we are likely to do, carrying such important information. Yes, better on the safe side. We should take 4. If that's it.
He gives you 5.
Oh, but very generous of you.
How about your equipment? Your weaponry up to snuff?
Could probably use an update or two.
I am fine. I'm not quite a combatant myself, but and I point to Valgum. You see what my compatriot here is.
He looks down, sees the emblem, and goes, "Ah, I see. I gotta tell the guard somewhere in my platoon as well." And he walks over and grabs a great axe that's twice the size of Valgum and hands it to him.
Okay.
Unless you have a minus to strength, I'm not gonna make you strength check to hold it, but
might not be the best thing to bring up.
I'm just.
Do you have a minus to strength?
I do.
I want to use my telekinesis to subtly help him hold it up.
Oh, okay. Then no roll needed.
Okay.
So, despite this thing feeling heavy as fuck in your hands, you end up not dropping it and manage to sort of confidently toss it over your shoulder.
Awesome.
All right. You boys stay safe out there.
Absolutely, sir. You have been an absolute help. What is your name?
My name? I'm General Bloodstrike.
General Bloodstrike. That is a fucking name, sir. Excuse my language.
And yeah, you're probably on like that secret sort of mission where you can't tell people your names well.
I don't know. I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Belverati Fold.
Ah. Well, you boys have a safe ride.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, well, General.
And with that, he ends up letting you go, telling his patrol not to mind you. But Valgun, can I get a perception roll?
Sure. Perception. Investigation. 16.
As you're riding out, you notice that one man is still not back in his tent by the time that you leave.
Is he a dwarf?
He is a dwarf with absolute blood crazy in his eyes.
Hmm.
And when you look down to his chest, he has the same emblem that you have.
Uh-huh.
And if I could get a dex save with advantage because you saw him,
Sure.
he is
Alright.
raising up his arm and throwing a javelin.
You said a dexterity. Is it a save or a check?
It's a save.
Okay, it doesn't matter either way. It's a 20.
So, you see this thing coming and duck you and Aethys out of the way as you see this javelin fly over your heads and land about 50 feet in front of you.
Terrifying.
The dwarven man is still staring at you.
Uh,
I would like to rage.
hold on. I need to look at something. I need to look at something real quick.
Sorry, what?
'Cause
What'd you say?
I have... Hold on, I gotta pull up something because I don't have it on my sheet for whatever reason, but I know I have it. I think I forgot to save it when I put it on there. But, you know, I got that meta magic adept feat at level 4, so...
Okay.
And I'm looking to see the meta magics I have, which I know I always get, or most of the time I get Subtle Spell. And I think I got... Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll spend a sorcery points and cast Fireball.
Oh,
We're just gonna kill this guy in front of a bunch of other guards? Are you kidding me?
Okay, then I... Actually, you know what?
I'm not making you commit.
I'm not gonna commit.
Okay.
I'm just gonna glare back at him.
I'll commit.
No, don't. I have no beef with him, but the person I'm...
Dude, literally just threw
pretending
a
to be-
javelin at you. My hands are turning into
Teldegar
claws.
throwing a javelin at another Teldegar. It's
Yeah.
like a sign of respect or something.
Is it?
It's a Teldegar! They're crazy!
Oh.
Andrew says this as though they're in his world.
Yeah, I get the gist. The gist. What was the word? Gist?
The gist.
Gist? I get the gist.
Alright, I'm not gonna cast anything. I'm just gonna...
So, since
Glare
you guys have rode through the night, could I go ahead and get a Constitution save from each of you?
Wait, hold on. This dude just throws a javelin and stares, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Weird. Throw it back at him. Actually, don't. You're just gonna embarrass yourself.
Wow.
He's a negative to strength.
So, con save, you said, David?
Yep. If y'all are riding through the night without a long rest, you need... Oh. That's a pass.
Oh, leave me alone. I gotta rank them up.
That's a 19.
That is a pass. I don't think that Valgrim succeeds. And Aethys?
Not with the 4, I don't.
Let me check. That is 9.
It's a 9. Flat, that's a fail.
Yeah.
So everyone who failed suffers 1 level of exhaustion as they ride into the slightly better looking, but still not great, Unterkauer.
So, what I'm seeing so far is that Belden's kind of in shambles after all this military exertion.
It seems to be that way.
So they're like bleeding themselves dry for a good military front. And we could use that.
So,
No.
Unterkauer was at one point known as one of the more lavish lands in Belden, particularly being so close to
Door to shade.
very noble Dordeshid. But now the people here tend to look not quite as happy, kind of just going through the motions. Soldiers everywhere. The city of Unterkauer.
Unterkauer.
Is there anything in particular y'all looking for first?
The tavern.
Just heading immediately to the Flurry Ale. Okay.
Yeah.
So, with the directions you were given, it's fairly easy to find the Flurry Ale. The place seems to be a safe haven for soldiers at the moment. What looked to be originally a fairly, upscale tavern now looks more like just a military barracks,
With alcohol.
pretty much.
So
military barracks. So, there's a dwarven man tending bar, handing drinks to military people. And as he sees you 3 enter, he pours up 3 more glasses.
Yeah, of alcohol?
Yes.
Right, I walk up to the bar and I hand my compatriots 2 of them. I leave the 3rd one on the bar. And I'm just going to say, do you know where I can find a man called Breaker?
I'm gonna climb up onto the stool next to him.
Breaker. There used to be a dwarven man who'd come by every couple days, asking for beer by that name.
Do you know where he went?
I know where he lives.
That
Hor-
also what?
Horam wasn't exactly isn't exactly a subtle man.
Well, with a name like Breaker, I would hope not.
He sort of points you in directions for him and says, what exactly you want with old Horam anyway?
I look at Valgum and Isaiah. That's military business.
Ah, right.
Unfortunately.
Well, that's where you'll find him. He hasn't stopped by in a couple of days, though. About last week and a half, I haven't seen him.
Well, very
You
much.
happen to know where he lives, do you?
Yes, he just told us where he lives.
Excellent.
So, do you guys just walk off after getting the information?
Yep.
I'll slap a gold down on the counter.
You're too kind, sir.
I do my best. But after that, I'm down for leaving if you guys are.
Yeah.
So, as you guys get out of the Fluriel, why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
Alrighty.
Nice. 19.
8.
20.
All right. So with that 20,
Not natural, but a 20 nonetheless.
yeah, dirty 20. Valgum, you remember reading in the dossier about the fact that Breaker apparently sent his correspondence through a sending stone and thought, a sending stone to the castle of Davii sounds like a pretty good thing to find. So, after looking around for just a little bit, not too hard, you see underneath a trash can there's like a small pebble that's got the letter D etched into it in Dwarvish. So I think that you know that language. In any case, it's a stone with magical energy and carvings on it.
But
so...
I can comprehend languages, so if I ever need to.
In any case, it's a carved stone with magical aura on it, so it's not too hard to find.
Gotcha.
No!
Shut up.
So, from there, you basically now have a way of contacting the kingdom. You guys are, I assume, heading to the house, or...
Should we just go straight to his house? Oh. If we're being followed, we're kind of fucked.
What time is it?
It's like night.
No,
Yeah,
you guys rode through the night, and it's like early morning now.
I guess we should just go
It's-
see him then.
It's like 6 a.m. early.
Even if his house is fucking abandoned, we can probably just sleep there.
True. Yeah, let's go ahead and head to the house then.
Okay, so you guys wander to the house of that was described to you, of a man called Breaker, who apparently was truly named Horum. And what do you do when you get to the door?
Knock.
There does not seem to be an answer.
Is it unlocked?
It does not feel so.
Isaiah?
I look inside the window.
Looking inside the window, make a perception check for me.
God damn it.
When you look into the window, you see a man who's fairly tall for a human, with this bright orange hair and freckles along his face, in a military uniform.
Is he facing me?
Yes, he's like staring
God.
directly at you.
I immediately snap my head out of the window and I'm just like, fuck, spotted.
Well, we're here to see him, so get his attention.
I go back into the window and I kind of point towards the door.
He is pointing towards the door at the exact same moment.
All right, I look at this and say, knock again.
All right, and I knock again.
He doesn't move.
Try to
Right,
go.
what did he look like?
Well, he's right here in the window. Come look. And I pull Aethys into the window.
Isaiah, you now see as the man that you're looking at pulls a half-elf man with braided and tied back hair and another military uniform into view.
Right, what are we
Aethys?
looking at?
Aethys, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take care of the dog.
Okay. 11.
Well, that's better. You look past the reflection of you and Isaiah and see just a living area. Just a small parlor room that seems to be empty.
Right, what are we looking at? I thought there were people. Isaiah?
Isaiah just like stares at the ground for a moment and he says, I probably need some rest. Let's go. It's over with.
Right. Well, break the door down then.
All right. And I'll send my boot through the door.
All right. Can I get a strength check?
Yes, you may. That's a nat 20.
You kick the door into pieces.
Excellent.
Literally,
Well-
as your foot makes contact, it just breaks into shrapnel.
Well, fuck. Well, if we want to sleep here, now we don't have a front door.
That's fine. I can guard the front door.
Not while sleeping. And you just said you needed some rest.
It's called shifts.
Yes, but we're in a house, for Pete's sake. We don't have to take shifts. Anyway.
I'm gonna go through the house and see if there's anybody in here.
All right, cool. What room are you looking in next? Like that downstairs? There's literally only the parlor area and a kitchen, and upstairs there is a bedroom.
I'm going to rifle through the parlor area.
Okay. Need an investigation check from you then.
I'm gonna try to head upstairs and see what there is in the bedroom.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
That's a nasty 8.
Down in the parlor area,
All right,
there
I'm back.
isn't. Welcome back. Down in the parlor, there isn't much in terms of. Has Valgum picked a room and rolled yet, or is he?
Which rooms are we? Have you done?
The only room
Like I
that hasn't
said,
been investigated is the kitchen.
Yeah, I did the foyer, but I know I didn't do well because I suck at investigation. So if you want to check behind me, I won't be offended.
All right, sure. It's a 19.
It's a 19 to look where?
In the foyer, checking after.
Okay, so in the parlor area, you two investigate, and this place looks like it's been not abandoned, but it looks like someone hasn't been here in a long time. There's like what you'd equate, Valgum, to like 2 weeks of dust on all of the chairs. Like the place doesn't look messy, but it doesn't look clean.
It's not been lived in a minute.
Yeah.
Nothing is out of place, but there's dust everywhere.
Nothing's out of place, but it just looks like this place hasn't been used in a long time.
Right.
So Isaiah,
that's
what did
not
you get?
good.
A 15.
When going upstairs, it's just a basic bedroom with a very large bed, especially large for a dwarf, and a small soft couch in the corner. And when looking through the like drawers and everything for information inside this room, you search all the drawers for information and like, and end up finding a small blue envelope. Inside of it, there are 3 tickets.
3 tickets?
Yes, like stadium tickets, borderline. Basically, they're little passes that say that the person with this voucher is admitted into the Royal Military Gala of Dordashid.
Oh. This
Yes.
is our ticket in.
At the bottom, it says that these certificates are for wounded veterans.
Wounded veterans.
And otherwise, you don't find much. So,
Well, that's definitely going to be a lot more useful for us. I tuck the blue envelope into my vest and head back downstairs.
Aethys quit halfway through the search, just started brewing some tea for everybody instead.
Oh, did you go to the kitchen to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead and roll perception for me.
Okay.
I'll follow him to the kitchen.
Perception. That's a 25.
Cool, you got higher than a 1. So when you walk into the kitchen, you see a dwarf that is laying on the floor in a puddle of blood, his eyes stabbed out, and a large snowflake carved into his chest.
Well, that's not great. I suddenly don't want tea anymore.
The blood is certainly dry, and the body looks to have been just sitting here for the 2 weeks that everything else seems to have been frozen in time.
Well, I guess I'm searching it.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's not savory, but
Christ.
we have to know what happened.
It's not good at all.
So inspecting the body doesn't lead to a huge amount of discovery. You assume that you assume that the carving in his chest that ends in very large, deep cuts is probably the cause of death. His eyes being stabbed out, you don't know what that's about. But there is a small note in his hand.
Oh boy. I will read said note.
It says, "This is what happens when you tamper with the royals. All hail Ephrael Snowdown."
Ephrael?
Something's very fishy.
Is this a military coup?
Oh man, what if it is?
Well, that's not great. That means... Well, that could be great, actually. What did you find upstairs?
I pull out the blue envelope and hand it to Aethys and say, "This is our ticket into Door Shed."
Oh, excellent.
There's 3 tickets to a Royal Gala, but they're for veterans.
Well, we are veterans, technically. Well, our identities could be considered veterans.
Should we
True.
do something about him?
I think if we did anything about him, that would make it more suspicious.
Unfortunately.
I think if someone comes in here, sees a door busted down and a dwarf lying dead in the street or the kitchen, they're going to assume the door was busted down to kill the dwarf, not that the door was busted down to take the dwarf out that had already been killed.
True.
So I say we bunk in here for the night upstairs and move on in the morning. I suppose we could sleep until night and move during the nights. That would be stealthy.
Well, I don't know. It might draw unnecessary attention.
I mean, perhaps, but I wouldn't feel comfortable.
I think riding at night draws less attention because less people see you.
So there are 2 details that I forgot to mention.
Okay.
First and foremost, Isaiah, the tickets that you have in your possession state that it's a minor detail, but it's a detail for what you're planning. They explicitly say that this military gala is going to be fairly late night. Going to be from like 6 p.m. to midnight on the day that it happens.
Okay.
And Aethys,
Mm-hmm.
one last thing that you notice about the body is that there is a small handwritten letter in his vest pocket. It's saturated with blood, so it's kind of difficult to read.
What can I make out?
You can make out that that this person is basically feeding information to Breaker using the codename Breaker, explicitly talking about movements of soldiers from Dordashid out to Osterberg, talking about the daily life inside of the castle, and how this woman states that she will be finally happy when this war is over.
Does the woman have a name?
It's signed SS, aka Beautioso.
Beautioso?
You heard me.
Right. Well, I'm writing that down, but I don't know what it means. I don't know what to do with this information. I feel like it's important, but I can't connect the dots right now. I'll stow the note in the bag.
All right.
I am all for getting some sleep.
Yeah, same.
All right. So y'all going to go hold up in the
Bedroom
Okay.
upstairs, sure.
I'm gonna set up an alarm spell by the entrance.
Broken door.
Excellent idea. So you go ahead and set up an alarm and hop into bed. Well, what is the sleeping arrangement? Because like I said, there's like a king bed and then a small sofa. Someone's going to have to share. Someone's going to have to touch.
I think the two smaller people can share the bed, and we can kick Isaiah to the sofa.
I'm fine with that. Isaiah slumps over on the couch.
Okay.
Aethys sleeps like over the covers, body completely straight with his arms at his sides.
Jesus.
Valgum gets all cozy and curls up underneath the blanket.
I kind of love
on
that.
the other side of the bed.
Okay. So, I should have changed it by now, but now it's the 24th of Altriac.
Hey.
So you guys wake up towards midday. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon when you finally wake up.
Sounds like a Saturday.
Staying up till 6 a.m., waking up at 2? Yep, sounds like it. I know that that's not 8 hours perfectly, but I want to give you time for the day. So that's a full rest in my book. So throughout the night, you guys were not interrupted. There was no cause for alarm. In fact, when you get up and sort of like look to the windows, most people are actively avoiding even looking at the house that you're in.
Oh God, it's not great.
Oh, good. We slept in the haunted house. I guess there's a dead guy in the kitchen, so dead giveaway, really. What Tish?
So, what exactly is the plan for y'all?
Unless you guys have any qualms, I think we should just leave, honestly.
Yeah, I really think so too.
The further away we get from that body, the better.
Yeah.
So, with no fanfare for Horam and the fact that he's a corpse now, you guys take what little information and trinkets that you can garner and sort of take off. Do you have any specific places that you're opting to go?
I mean, I think we should probably go just so we can get there in time for this, whatever these tickets are for. The veteran ball or whatever. But, I mean, I could see value in going to Osterberg to see where this letter was intended for, but I think door to shed's a better alternative. I don't know. I'm just
Probably.
spitballing. What do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, we've got 3 tickets into fucking Gala for Door to Shed. Why not fucking drop in, see what kind of information we can get from there, then move on.
Okay.
Just as long as the letter doesn't reach its intended target.
True.
Right.
I mean, at this point, if we don't want really anybody to get this letter, why not burn it?
Yeah, I was about to say, do you think we should just destroy it?
I mean,
Oh, let's put it on the dead body.
just
could
leave
work.
it with the corpse.
yeah, put it in like the jacket pocket or the pants pocket.
Why not just burn it though?
Yeah, I guess
True.
Because I mean, if we leave it with somebody's bound to pick this guy up eventually, right? Like,
Eventually.
He's been here for 2 weeks. I think that
yeah,
means they're good to let him just fucking rot.
yeah. I just don't want anyone else who, I don't want anyone else stumbling upon this letter. Because I don't know if we should burn it, but at the same time, I don't think we should let go of it either.
You guys have a solution yet?
Don't rush me.
Stuff it in the bag of holding and forget about it for
fuck it.
6 months.
Let's just burn it. Be done with it. I'll
Alright.
copy the exact contents down into my journal and then burn the letter.
I've
Okay.
got keen mind. I'm sure I could remember it for a month. So
Right.
Okay.
yeah,
that sounds good.
Yeah, I'll just you.
So
Stick it in
after
fire.
recording the knowledge, you set the note ablaze. Just inside the house, or like where?
Well, I imagine there's some sort of fire pit in the house we can
There is.
burn it in. Yeah, so just open it up and toss a letter in there. Let it burn inside.
Okay. So with that, you guys, I assume, leave the house.
Mm-hmm.
The city of Unterkauer is particularly cold on this morning. People are particularly tightly bundled up. Even you all in your fur-lined military outfits feel the chill coming down your spine.
Oh boy.
And amongst all of the people moving about their day-to-day business, you guys managed to overhear someone saying, Ephrael must be angry today.
Yeah.
Just sort of like
Right.
offhanded remarks about the current ruler.
Mm.
Yeah, that's not weird at all. I'm gonna pull both Isaiah and Aethys to the side, like when we're, just kind of like speak silently. And you don't think a member of the Obsidian Court took charge, do you?
I certainly hope not, but now that you mention that, there's a possibility.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. They're up to some tricky shit. It's worth exploring, I think.
You all have your suspicions of what exactly?
Members of the Obsidian Court being in positions of power.
Oh, okay.
That dog was just outside a few minutes ago.
Well,
Yep.
Belden is certainly not immune to the chains that have come down across the Realm of Dawn. In the distance, you can see several of them piercing mountains over in the mountain range. A few of them are outside of Unterkauer and the like.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I think we should head towards Dortashed.
So you all are gonna get back on your horses and begin to ride?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road.
So, unlike desert tiles, when you guys end up on mountain tiles, it will take you twice as long to traverse them. So that means that
Okay.
once you actually hit mountains, it will take you a full day to get through.
Do horses speed you up in mountains, or are we still reduced?
It still speeds you up in the sense that you'd be traveling 1 square a day as opposed to 1 square every 2 days. On
fair.
foot, the journey to Dortashed is grueling.
Sorry if you can hear Gump whining.
It's pretty funny.
I know, but I'm sorry. I want to play with you, but I got D&D.
So, if
I
you
love
guys
you.
would like to move yourselves forward and give me that luck roll. You guys
Alright.
aren't in the mountain tiles yet, so you're able to go 1 more square.
All right. Let's do the luck.
Let's do the luck roll again. 82.
82.
Fucking sick. No events for y'all.
What?
All right, so I assume that you guys are probably gonna want to rest tonight, unless you just want to non-stop it all the way to Dortashed.
I really don't want to go into this thing with a level of exhaustion.
All right.
Yeah, let's sleep. Let's get a full rest.
Alarm spell and the like.
Yeah.
It's good for me.
Huh.
Shut your mouth, dog. Quiet.
So, in the night, is anyone taking watch, or are you just letting the alarm spell do its job?
I mean, we got the spell for a reason, right? Let's all get some sleep.
Okay. In the night, you guys hear a ring-a-ding-a-ding-ding.
Ah! I'm up! What?
I step out of my tent.
When you step out of your tent, you see a man who has a very long cloak and a lantern attached to a very long walking staff. And
Wait, when you say man, you mean man-sized, right? Not frog-sized?
man-sized. He is...
Okay.
Shape-wise, he resembles a turtle.
Okay, so he's got a big hunch.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't look a threat, but looks can be deceiving.
What'd you
Good
say?
evening, traveler.
Good evening, Isaiah.
Uh-oh.
How does he know your name?
How do you know his name?
How do you know my name?
The same reason I know yours, Aethys, and your friend
Okay, how
Valgum.
cool. What is going on?
What?
I
Well,
ask that you simply ignore my presence, for I am not here to cause you harm. It is because of you three that our world is allowed to thrive once more.
You're sure of this?
Fairly.
Well, that's reassuring.
I look wide-eyed at Aethys and just like, what the fuck?
What, are you from the future or something?
I choose not to speak of myself. The only information I am willing to give is that I am called the Journeyman.
journey.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
I have come to visit you all bearing a gift. I already know how it shall be used. However, I'm sure that you all will find a use for it that suits your needs.
Is it another chess piece?
He reaches into his bag and pulls out
Bet he knew
a
you'd
small
say
pair
that.
of boots.
Oh, boots.
They sort of have like a slight blue hue to them.
And what, pray tell, are those?
These will be incredibly helpful when the time comes.
Well, they're quite small. I imagine they're for Valgrim, then.
Oh, you're worried about that. And he grabs it slowly, resting his walking stick against his shoulder, and sticking both hands in and sort of pulling it apart to where it could fit a Loxodon's foot.
Adjustable. Nifty.
What do they do?
That is not for me to tell you. That is to be discovered.
Oh, great.
Then-
I put them on.
He then sits them on the ground and turns.
And I step into them.
I wish you boys the best of luck. If it
Thank
was
you,
needed.
kind stranger. What is your name?
I am the journeyman.
Journeyman.
The Journeyman. But do you have a name?
That is the only name I am comfortable being called.
No, fair enough.
And
To
you
each
see
their
him
own.
wander into the forest.
Well, hey, a brand spanking new pair of boots. Let's see what these
Um,
puppies can do.
All right. I'm going to cast Identify.
Okay.
Oh, well, shit. I love having a wizard on the team. Hell yeah.
These are winged boots.
Yo!
Oh, neat.
While you wear these, you have a flying speed equal to your walking speed.
I'm going to take these off and give them to Isaiah.
You can use the boots to fly for up to 4 hours.
Yep,
at once
give these to
or-
Isaiah.
all at once or in several short flights.
Hell fucking yeah. Flying angry man. Let's go. Isaiah, do you have any qualms with having the winged boots?
Nope.
Excellent.
See, I think you're best off getting them because if I want fly, I can learn it.
So I will go ahead and give you that. But yeah, that's what a 98 on the D100 rolls you.
Nice.
So it's the
Sure.
next morning.
Get your nose out of my taint. Jesus Christ.
Matt, what are you up to over there?
What do you mean?
Gump.
Right.
Why are your never mind. Anyways, so you all wake up refreshed and booted, and a day away from door to shed.
Door to shit.
Hey bro, open the door. I got a door to shed. Still the funniest joke ever. So, can I get a luck roll for your next day of travel?
My turn.
Yo.
Yeah, this.
Here comes the one, baby. Nope, there's an 8 though.
Oh, that's an 8.
Oh no.
Hey, can we take our break soon? I really gotta pee.
All right, because you asked nicely, and because we are almost at 2 hours anyway, we will be taking our break. For those of you watching on the stream, thank you very much. We will be back in, let's say, top of the hour. Right. So, last we left off, you guys were so close to door to shed, and your good pal Aethys rolled a 1. Or an 8, excuse me, not a 1. So, before you guys are able to get to Dordashid, you see a military outpost that you are stopped at. Two very decorated soldiers walk up and say, "Can we get names, please?"
We should give them our fake names, right?
Absolutely. Leon.
Leon.
Cusel.
Okay. One of them sort of furrows his brow, writing it down. And you two?
I am known as Belverati Fallhold. I am a botanist.
Belverati Fallhold. And you, small one. And you, small one.
Is Tristan here?
He spoke.
Garanir Teldegar.
Ah.
Sorry, out of character. I am trying to finish up my sandwich and forgot I muted myself.
Fair enough.
He says the names, writes them down, and then turns to look over at the other one, who presents a very large book. He then opens it and begins thumbing through and pinpoints 3 areas and says, the one with the book says, excuse me, you 3 are not supposed to be in Belden right now.
Excuse me?
According to our records, you were foot soldiers in the most recent siege upon the Kingdom of Davii. What are you doing here?
Oh, about that. And Isaiah pulls out the blue slip from his vest and hands it over and says, "We were invited to an event as honorary guests." And he pulls out the 3 tickets and kind of shows them to the man questioning.
Oh, you're wounded in combat. I see. That makes more sense. Sorry, most of our foot soldiers don't come back home alive, so 'twas odd to see you here.
Great. Luckily, we're some of the more lucky ones.
Indeed. Especially at Teldegar. They typically fight to the death.
It's hard to fight. Oh my god, I just went into Podrick. Woof. Hold on. It is hard to fight to the death when you've been knocked unconscious because you've literally thrown yourself into battle for so long, your body just gives out.
Wasn't my choice.
Yeah, he literally succumbed to exhaustion before anyone could kill him.
Ah, that's rare. So what bodily injuries do you all have?
I actually have a ruptured internal organ that was removed.
Ah,
It limits my function in standing up completely straight. I have a sort of hunch now.
and
I say hunching over.
this. And you two?
Could I try to settle like a minor illusion and have like a big stab wound in my chest?
I suppose you could. So you just present this fake stab wound?
Yep.
Can you roll
Make it
deception
look
for
kinda-
me?
Deception?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm. What was that?
I'll give you advantage because they don't know that you're able to do magic, and like dwarves in Belden are notoriously shit at magic, so
Gotcha.
they don't think that if you were lying, they would think it'd be
Okay.
magic.
Well, that's an 11, so
Seems a little tame for a Tel'Dagar to be knocked out of the fight, but who am I to judge? And how
I
about
just missed my heart.
you, big guy?
Pierced lungs, broken ribs, shattered right into them.
Ah,
Have difficulty breathing nowadays. Luckily, my wife and daughter are in door to shed, so I can stop my home and finally see them again.
all right. Well, if that's the case, and you've got the slips, have a good time, I suppose.
Thank you kindly, sir.
For the honor of the Snowdowns, you may pass.
For the honor of the Snowdowns. Thank you.
Blessings be upon their name.
And Isaiah goes there.
Yeah, so you guys are allowed.
Damn, you typing, ain't it?
I'm taking notes. Fuck off.
It's that gamer keyboard. So
Terry and Max switches, baby.
Clackety clack.
So you guys are let through the checkpoint and manage to finally make your way late in the night to Dordashid, where the last two Beldinian cities that you've gone to had been just absolute squalor. This city is the definition of opulence.
Oh my god. Hey David, I'm gonna do something as we're approaching.
And that would be?
I want to take a look at these slips that we have obtained and see if there's like a specific date on there, and see whether or not that's the 25th of Alturiac or a future date or a past date.
It is the 26th.
26. So tomorrow. Excellent. Boys, we can just find a place to rest for the evening, I suppose. Or morning.
So, the streets of Dordashid are unlike a lot that you've ever seen. It pales even in comparison to the Davii Kingdom when it was at its peak before all of this broke out. All of the buildings have sort of gilding along their edges. There are these unique slabs of stone that people are intended to walk on to leave room in the main road for carriages and the like. And those slabs of stone are made of ivory and appear to be polished daily. It's an astounding level of detail to make this place look as rich as humanly possible. It would almost be impressive if it weren't for the bitter cold that's coming from the highest mountain in the range that the castle sits atop. And when you first look upon Snowdown Castle, you see that there's not one, not two, not three, but 6 chains descended from the sky directly into the castle.
Oh,
Christ almighty.
Shit.
The people of Dordashid are, unlike just about every other city that you've seen, the military kind of stops at the gate. You guys and a handful of others that you've passed are about the only soldiers actually within the walls of Dordashid. The rest appear to just be nobility. And almost exclusively humans.
Interesting.
If this is a ball for veterans, why are we the only soldiers?
Sorry,
Okay,
what'd you say?
shut up. We get it. You want attention. Quiet. I said, essentially, why are we the only soldiers here if this is the function for veterans?
Who knows?
Something to investigate, I suppose. Or we're gonna get caught with our fucking pants down and be like, soldiers are actually here. Something's fishy.
I wonder what'll happen.
Well, let's go to sleep and find out.
Yep.
Okay. So the most common place for soldiery to sleep would tend to be towards the outskirts. There are like tents that are set up for you. Or, you've got money. You could just say that you're retired and you're going to, sleep somewhere nicer for a change. So really up to you. Or
Whatever's
who knows?
cheapest.
You guys could take a gamble and try to find Leon's family. Try to rest with them.
No.
Why not?
They're in the poor part of town.
Whatever's cheapest is my vote.
Well, you got two options that would be free. One of them that's free but awkward, and one that's money.
How is it free but money?
No, I mean the last one is just money.
Why don't we want to sleep with Leon's family?
Because it's not my family.
Okay, and it's free.
It's not free. They won't recognize me because I am not a member of their family.
So it's not free.
It's free but difficult.
It's free, but we could easily be caught as, as disguised. Because they're related to the guy that we're posing as.
You don't think you could pull off a convincing Leon? No, I guess we don't know dick about him. Yeah, let's just go pay for some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you also have the option of sleeping in the tents outside of Dordashid.
I feel like that would also draw attention.
I mean, you have the documentation. I'm not trying to influence you. I'm just letting you know.
Huh.
I mean, I don't mind going to like an inn and paying. We have a lot of gold.
Just don't let it be me. I'm supposed to pretend to not have money.
Okay, well...
I mean, are you guys fine with just finding a place? Or
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm cool with the inn.
okay, can we just look for a nice inn? Sleep somewhere nice for a change?
Yeah, there are in fact 3 separate taverns/inns that are open. Each of them are slightly different, and that slight difference is evident by their names.
Okay.
The first one is called the Raging Half Pint. The second one is called the Silent Whisker.
Okay.
And the third one in childish writing is named Glorioso's Greatest Disciple.
It's called Glorioso's Greatest Disciple.
Yes, the bar itself is named.
Well, I really want to go see what that's all about.
I kind of want to go to the Silent Whisker. Maybe it's a quiet place.
You want to suss out a bunch of bars and then meet back up and see which one's the best?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Valgum, do you want to tackle one?
Sure.
I want to go check out Glorioso's descendant or greatest follower.
Greatest Disciple.
Greatest
And
Disciple.
so
That's
that
the
means that Valgum, you're going to the Screaming Half Pint.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So, everyone roll me initiative so that I can tell you which order you're going in.
Okie doke. 22. No, 20.
18.
Wait, no, 22. I was right.
9.
Okay, so we start at Glorioso's greatest disciple. Aethys, you walk through, and inside is it's actually a rather calm place. Well, it appears as such. There appears to be noises coming from below you, but in the actual main room, this place is very zen, very elegant, very calming. It has casks of alcohol along its walls, and in the center of the room there is a statue. There's a statue that depicts two figures, one of which is a minotaur holding a large warhammer, and next to him is a Firbolg man holding a very small hammer, but has a fist in the air in victory. There's an inscription towards the bottom that has been graffitied, chalked all over, and, sort of damaged slightly. That reads, this building is dedicated to Silmanor, the greatest disciple.
Silmanor got to be the greatest disciple? God damn it.
So we will cut next to the Raging Half Pint.
Yes.
So when you enter the Screaming Half Pint, every time that I say it, the
He's
dog
barking
barks.
at your door.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I say it, he barks. Screaming Half Pint. Damn it. So inside, this place has a very opposite energy. This place has sort of like the kind of energy that you'd expect from like a really seedy dive bar. There is a circle in the middle where you can currently see two people fist fighting while people are throwing glasses of ale and coins into the ring in cheers and jeers respectively. Well, the opposite,
Nice.
You know what I mean.
I'm gonna keep a low profile.
Towards the front of this giant fight pit, you see a statue.
I'll be right back, guys. Keep going.
Okay. You see a statue of a very, very large gnomish man who it seems to be holding a boulder over his shoulder.
He's going in his kennel. Shut your door.
And the inscription at the bottom that's caked in blood and what you hope are other bodily fluids. It reads, "This building is dedicated to the fearsome Podrick, one of the scariest forces a battlefield will ever meet."
Can I roll a history check?
Go ahead.
All right. Cool. I'm good at that, typically. That's a 17 for a history check.
You know Podrick to be someone in history who was of great help to Belden. Raised by giants and hoping to become one himself, he basically found his way into military power through unknown means, apparently having interacted with Prince Glorioso before he was King Glorioso. You also recall that he had an advisor named Silmanor and one other. Speaking of which, Isaiah, you find yourself you got directions and find yourself currently standing on top of an empty lot. And there is a sign that says the Silent Whisker. And Could I go ahead and get a
What?
perception roll from you?
Isaiah is currently doing the John Travolta Pulp Fiction meme.
That's pretty funny.
You said a perception check?
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay. That is a 15.
You notice that the dot on the I in silent in the sign is slightly out, as though it were a button.
Oh. He walks towards the sign and then presses the eye.
You hear a click, and all of a sudden, the lot sort of raises, and a small door appears from below, and on it is written, "Welcome to the Silent Whisker."
I will open this door and duck inside.
As you open it, you end up feeling as the entire building is lowered back into the ground. Before you panic, though, you see that there is a button to lift it from the inside. And the place looks like your typical bar, except the tables are sort of crammed towards the edges of the rooms. And in the center are very large gambling tables that people are throwing dice at. And towards the front, you see a picture of a tabaxi woman with a rapier over her shoulder and a human head dangling by its hair in her teeth. And the inscription at the bottom, which seems to have been polished and covered in gold, like there are gold pieces surrounding the statue, reads, "This building is dedicated to the ever fearful and ever silent Minzy. May her luck shower you in gold."
Look.
Interesting lady. It's not the same tabaxi lady from earlier, is it?
No,
No, that's a
the
coincidence.
tabaxi woman that you met eyes with is sort of like a tabby, where Minzy, I believe, is just a black cat, if I recall correctly.
More Black Panther.
And this cat looks fairly cheery, where the other one that you met looked like there was trauma behind her eyes.
Edgy.
So, after briefly scanning each of these venues, where do you guys want to go? They each cost pretty much the same, but which sort of aura, which energy do y'all like the best?
Perhaps not the one that I found. For I am posing as a strong person, but I am weak. And I don't need to get recognized as a challenger.
Well, I mean, I don't think any of us have a problem with gambling, so maybe we could stay at the Silent Whisker.
Doesn't bother me.
All right.
I'll play some hands.
So, one room.
Well, it looks like they were mainly playing dice, but I didn't see any.
Yeah, it was typically dice, but there are card games to be played.
Excellent.
So, a single room at any of these establishments will be 4 gold a night.
Okay. We'll just need it for 2-3 nights?
Well, apparently you and I are the only people playing now, so.
No, I'm thinking. You said 4 gold a person a
4
night
gold
or
a
4 gold a room. Okay, and do rooms have double beds?
They do, so.
Okay, well then yeah, we just need 1 room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm small. I can sleep in a chair.
So, you guys manage to get yourselves a room at the Silent Whisker. You're given a key. This key has a little cat head as its sort of loop.
A loop?
And
Brother, I require loops.
shut up. And yeah, so you guys can head to the back, get yourselves rested and relaxed.
Does someone want to teach Aethys what gambling is? Or
I
should we
mean,
just sleep?
Valgum will probably go and, gamble a bit.
Anyone who
Yeah,
wishes.
Aethys will follow and watch because he doesn't
Okay.
know how to play.
How much do you want to wager?
What does it look like people are playing with right now?
There's like a crackle dice table. There's a
I
dragon.
meant money-wise.
Oh.
Are they playing in copper, silver, gold?
Oh no, this is gold. This is gold, baby.
All right. What's the entry to buy into?
What's the ante?
Yeah, what's the ante?
It seems to be fairly loose with how people are anteing up. It seems like the ante changes every round, but the round that you come into, it's 2 gold.
Sure, I'll buy it with 2 gold.
All right, go ahead and give me a luck roll.
What are we playing?
Well, you said that you wanted card games, so oh my god.
That's an 8.
Yep, and that's your money going away. So, Aethys, you just see as Valgum gets fucking beef and broccoli and can't manage to turn it. Not the best at bluffing, not the best at...
Right, so the point is to give your money to other people?
No, there's a lot of luck involved. A lot of knowing the people you're playing. Well, not knowing, but knowing the game.
Next hand's ante seems to be about 5 gold. You in?
All right, I'll give it another shot.
All right, go ahead and roll me that luck.
$85.
Hey, this time, you end up on top, managing to get the pot of 20 gold. Bring yourself
Nice.
back up. So yeah. Isaiah, have you just pissed off to the room?
No, I'm at the bar, enjoying a drink or two.
Okay. Does Aethys ever want to chime into the game, or?
I'm trying to think about whether or not Aethys would want to gamble.
That's fair.
I think actually Aethys is pretty good. He's pretty reserved, so probably not going to lose any more money tonight.
All right. Well, one more round for you, Valgum.
Sure.
This time the pot ups its ante to a whopping 10 gold. Are you in?
I mean, I'm up.
You are up.
Valgum will take that chance because even if he loses this, he's still up.
All right. Go ahead and roll that luck.
Another 85.
And you guys are up to 301 gold.
All
Yeah.
right, boys.
People
I know
are
to quit.
grumbling that they've lost and the like.
I wonder how many people in here are using Minzy TM weighted dice.
Not a lot. There's a sign at the door with a dead body in front of it, literally stabbed to the wall, that says, no weighted dice or this happens to you. Alright, so you guys gonna sleep for the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might as well.
Okay, as you guys get to the room, can I get a perception roll?
I don't see why not.
Nice.
That's a nat 20 for Aethys. So Aethys,
That's
you
how
get
I roll.
sometimes. So Aethys, you get the feeling that you're being watched.
Hmm.
And sure enough, there seems to be a small hole in the ceiling, the very far corner of the room, that has a mirror directly beneath it. And upon looking at it from just the right angle, your eye meets with another that, upon seeing you, goes completely wide-eyed and ducks out of view.
So I totally just saw something. Did I get a good look at what I think like the race might be?
You're not sure. It wasn't like a cat eye or anything. It was just like normal
Just a
round
normal
pupil.
eye. What color was the eye?
It was green.
All right, I am writing that down. Okay. Green eye, sort of. It met me at eye level, though, right?
Kind of. You were looking at it through like a shit ton of mirrors.
You know
So
that
probably the same height as me.
security mirrors in gas stations?
With
Kind of.
nat 20, do I feel like I could find my way to the thing through the mirrors?
You feel like it'd be very difficult to. Sorry, my brain is damaged. Could I go ahead and get a perception check from you?
From who?
From Aethys, because I assume you're searching for this book.
Yeah, sure. 16.
Okay. So, there is exactly one spell shop that's open on today. Apparently, it's supposed to be some sort of national holiday. Declaration of Victory Day is what you've heard people calling it. So a lot of the stores are closed, and a lot of people are just celebrating a victory.
That is quite the mouthful.
And
Right.
this place that you found is called the Fourth Eye.
I've heard about talking, to somebody to open my third, but I've never heard of the fourth. I will stroll in confidently.
Inside, the place looks like your run-of-the-mill magic shop. Magical components on shelves. There's a counter that is currently being manned by a human woman who's sort of just perusing through a book. And when you come in, she goes, "Oh, hello. How may I help you?"
Hi, I am a traveling arcanist looking for some new spells for which to add to my repertoire.
Oh, you want a, I see. Would you happen to be a wizard?
Yes, absolutely. I am 100% a wizard.
Well, we tend to deal specifically with components and the like, but I do have something that we keep special. We literally call it the Wizard Special.
That's a fitting name for a wizard such as myself.
We have a deal where you give us 5 gold, we give you a book of random spells in the hopes that you might want one. We don't
Could I
separate
give you-
them at all.
Could I give
but
you 10 gold and take 2?
I don't see why not.
Excellent. I shall do that.
Okay, so you hand her 10 gold.
Mm-hmm. And I take the 2 books and I quickly look through them as if I'm judging the spells that are in, understand none of the gobbledygook inside, and go, excellent. This has been a wonderful trade.
All right, you have a good day now.
And you as well.
So, inside, I am sending a Gyazo to our good friend.
Sir Dr. Valgrimcasten.
Yeah.
Neat.
So, give me 2 seconds while I do that. This is all of the things inside of both of the tomes. Some of them you already have, some you don't. But while all of this is happening, Isaiah, where are you?
I think he's downstairs with the dog.
I playing D&D. Wait, are we done? Later.
Nice.
Well, that's a problem because I kind of need him.
Well, he's coming back up the stairs now, I think.
He better. Or else I'll moid him. Hang on.
I'll murderize you.
Hello.
There he is.
Okay, maybe
There's
people
my
will stop
favorite
opening my
food.
door now. So, Isaiah, where are you while they're off buying things?
Probably getting a layout to the castle, seeing where getting some info on where this place is.
Scoping out the digs, hell yeah.
So, you are sort of looking the place up and down. It's currently not open to the public. It rarely ever is, but it's not open to anyone as it's currently being cleaned and set up for the gala tonight. But you hear someone behind you say, well, I heard you were in town.
Uh-oh.
Yes, and who might you be?
Of course, you wouldn't remember your own wife. You turn and see that this red-headed woman in these sort of squalid clothes has her hands crossed against her chest, looking particularly pissed at you.
You better hope you're the spitting fucking image.
See, I look this woman up and down, and
If this is who you think it is, you remember reading in the letter that her name is Carolyn? Carolyn Kisso?
Excellent. I apologize if I upset you, Carolyn.
As well as you should be. You've done some boneheaded things in your life, but coming home only to not even say hello to your wife and daughter.
Apologize, I was preoccupied with other duties.
Other duties? You told me that military work would never get between you and me, and look at what it's done. I haven't
Exactly
seen you
that. I
in
understand.
months.
Divorce her! Divorce her right here!
I understand these are very difficult times, but I'm doing this for the betterment of you and our child's lives.
You
I
didn't
understand
even
it's
respond to
difficult.
my last letter.
Our unit was moving so quickly throughout the country that I didn't have time to stop and write a response.
You always
And I'm
assured me
truly
there'd be a
sorry.
courier handy. I cannot believe you.
I understand that, but times have changed and the war is only getting worse.
You met someone, didn't you?
I didn't.
Divorce her!
understand.
Right
I
here!
don't understand where you're getting this assumptuous attitude, but please. It's
My
unnecessary.
attitude? You have the nerve to vanish and not say a single thing to me or send anything to our daughter after she sent you her only toy, that wooden ball, And you only have to say that I have an attitude. This is ridiculous. I don't even know who you are anymore. You're definitely not the man I married.
You're right, and if you feel so strongly about that, then here. And I take the wooden ball that is in my pocket, and I force it into her hand, and I storm off.
You hear her screaming things, but you don't even turn to meet her gaze.
Isaiah is thinking to himself, "Man, am I a homewrecker?"
Technically,
Oh
she,
God, I
her
am.
husband's dead, so better she be angry at him and have drive for the rest of her life than be a depressed wreck.
So, cutting back to when you are all back together, you guys see a confused look on Isaiah's face as he walks up. Remind me to never leave your guys' characters with a wife.
Gentlemen, I feel the need to share that I no longer have interest in pursuing a relationship after what I've endured today.
What do you
What
mean?
happened to you?
Well, I may or may not have ran into my wife, and by my wife I mean Leon's wife.
My wife.
Oh, how did that go?
And I don't think it went extremely well, mainly because he hadn't written back in a while.
He was
So-
dead.
Yeah, and it's hard to try to cover up for a dead man, so I didn't, and gave her back the toy that the daughter had sent. And I mean, it's just a messy situation all over,
Don't
and
know.
I kind of want to
Well, I
avoid
do know.
this part of
I'm
town
gonna be
for
stopping at
the rest of the
9:30.
time we're here. If that is something that we can do.
Hey, this is just staring at Isaiah. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not proud of myself. But here we are.
So, if you guys have no other business, we can go ahead and quickly cut to the gala.
Yep.
We've got a little bit of time that we can spend there. So, when interacting with other members of the military, they sort of give you, Andrew, what are they called?
What?
Like the super fancy dress that they give military people?
Dress uniform?
Is that literally what it's called? I recall you calling it like your blues or something.
Well, yeah, in the Air Force they're called blues, but in the Navy they're called something else. It's just called the dress uniform.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, in any case, they give you dress
Those-
uniforms.
Perfect. We will attend in full dress.
It's a lot more clothing than like Isaiah's used to, but
Yeah, Isaiah's a little stiff inside his uniform. He's just like, I feel awkward.
Don't worry, it's just for one night.
Let's try and get this over with.
so
I will say though, you look excellent.
Thank you, sir. You as well. And Dr. Professor?
Not here, I'm not.
I understand, sir. I also get stage fright.
you guys
Just
haven't
don't
gotten to
slip
call
up.
each other by your real names in like 3 weeks.
For real. Welcome.
So you guys get dressed to your nines and end up being allowed access to the main gala room of the castle. When you walk through, you see that the chains that were on the outside of the castle have indeed burrowed deep into the floors of certain rooms, but you are escorted not to be anywhere near them. And in the main gala area, you see hundreds of people, all sort of, being fancy and the like. I'm great at describing things. I'm the best at it. There is a live band that is currently on stage, rattling away at songs. In the center of the room, there is a large statue that is surrounded by tables full of fine food and drink. The statue in the center is of a man with very large 2 sets of angel wings.
Oh shit, 2 sets.
Riding on top of a dragon.
My man's dual wielding the wings.
A very large sword in one hand and a burst of magic in the other. His eyes are bandaged over, but you can clearly see the sort of like area where 2 eyes are. And in real time, there are like 6 floating eyes made of stone that just rotate slowly around the statue.
Oh, wow, that is quite impressive.
That is certainly a look.
That's a lot of eyes as well.
Below the statue, there is a plaque, and then a plaque over the plaque. The one that is at the very top reads, "In honor of Glorioso Emirate Snowdown III."
Everett. Oh my
Everett.
god.
Shut up. He only said it like 400 times to me. Anyway. He's lucky that I didn't say in fucking rest in peace, Somanor. Fuck you. Anyways. In any case, it says, Glorioso Everett Snowdown III. May he rest in peace.
To better days.
Could I get a perception check from the group?
I suppose.
Since I have asked nicely, and also because if you don't, I'll fucking kill you.
22.
15.
20.
Okay, anyone who got a 20 or higher, here's whispering. Whispering that the royal family is coming to the gala fairly soon, and the first of them that is going to be coming down is the sister Shaharis Snowdown. And after a couple of moments after these murmurs occur, sure enough, a woman in a very long, elegant gown, accented with all sorts of jewels, enters the room and is immediately the focus of attention.
Oh, my.
She is a...
I'm sorry, the dog is going fucking sicko mode. I have my headphones off. What did you say?
There were talks that a woman named Sahara Snowdown is coming in, and sure enough, she shows up and is dressed like a queen, even though technically she is not queen.
Ah, gotcha.
She's dressed very regally, but she does not look like she has like any.
Does she have an actual crown on?
No. From the murmurs that you've heard, apparently the Snowdowns don't do crowns anymore. Apparently Glorioso wore a physical crown, but since his passing, they have chosen to retire it.
Lame.
But after a few moments, finally, what people consider the main event walks through, as Ephrael Emirate Snowdown walks down onto the room and you see him with this very ornate magical aura around him. These two wings that are sort of these two wings that are very similar to the statues but sort of translucent appear fluttering behind him. And atop his head is a floating sort of halo of chain.
Uh-oh.
And he seems to be schmoozing with people, talking. Everyone who even gets to say a sentence to him acts like they've been graced by God himself.
I swear, if this fucker got rid of Glorioso by making a deal with the Obsidian Court, I will end him.
Do you say this out loud?
No,
Yes,
I
yes,
said
yes,
this under my breath to mostly just to Isaiah and Valgum.
I put a
Okay.
hand on Aethos' shoulder.
Right, so the gala goes on, and there's a moment where the live band gets a little bit jauntier and begins to play some dance songs that people have cleared the way for dancers.
Oh, nice.
From the ceiling, in fact, there are these cages that are suspended with chain that descend towards the dance floor that belly dancers appear to be celebrating through.
Okay. We should probably get through here pretty quickly.
I would not like to linger, no. Especially not with
Can I get a perception check from Isaiah, please?
chain halo.
Chalo, if you...
I won't.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay. Luckily for you, that's not that bad.
That's a 5.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but it's bad. So you feel someone bump into you, and when you turn to see who it was, you just see the dance floor that's just like full of people dancing.
That's not great. I'm gonna check.
Sorry,
my
that's me
pockets.
just going through everyone's legs.
You're gonna check your pockets.
Yeah.
Nothing is gone, but you feel an extra slip of paper that wasn't there before.
Uh-oh.
Christ. I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna subtly read it.
It reads in very fine handwriting. I am here. I am ready to continue with the next step. I will require your cooperation on the balcony. Signed, Beautioso.
I'm immediately gonna go to Valgum and Aethos and share the letter and share the note with them.
While you
Do you
two
know
are
this-
schmoozing with other military personnel, just pretending your hardest, you are interrupted by your friend, and these two soldiers.
Yes, Leon,
get
what
it.
can we do for you?
The two
Yeah, can I
soldiers
pull you
leave
aside
all
for a
for
second?
privacy.
Of course, of course.
Alright, do you guys happen to know who this Beautioso person is?
That sounds familiar. What did I see that on?
What did you see that?
I think I'm gonna pull that bloody note out of the bag. I think that was it.
It indeed is.
What does the bloody note say again?
It says that the correspondent inside of the castle who was seeking to stop the war was codenamed Beautioso.
That's our contact, Beautioso.
So we're meeting on the balcony then.
I believe so. Let's go one at a time. I'll go last.
Right.
Should we go?
Falcom, I
should
suggest you go
tallest-
first.
Okay.
Oh, so we're doing. You guys are visiting one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, we're all going there one at a time until all three of us are there.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my my elf eyes to make sure no one follows them outside before I also follow them outside.
okay, I see what you're doing.
What do your elf eyes see?
So yeah, over the course of 5 minutes, you guys managed to clear yourselves and get into the area where you're able to. Sorry, I'm dying. Where you're able to go and communicate with this Beautioso person. And once you get to the balcony, it appears as though you are alone. But then you hear the clicking of high heels behind you and the door closing with a lock.
I'm looking at her eyes, waiting to see if they're green or not.
You turn to look, and the white-eyed, the white-eyed Shaharis Snowdown meets your gaze. And she says, "Are you who I think you are?"
Are you Beautioso?
Okay, the code names are there. Got it. Right. So, you're the ones that Breaker was not able to tell me were coming. I'm glad that you managed to figure out the plan anyway.
Yes, we found him dead in his own kitchen.
Yeah,
A
looks
shame,
like
but
he's been dead for
unexpected.
about 2 weeks.
A shame, but it's to be expected in these dying times. My brother has been very, very secretive as of late with me. He used to tell me everything that went on his parts of the kingdom, but since our father's passing, he has grown distant and power hungry. So far as to take my role of ruling the northern tip of Belden mainland away from me.
Has your brother made a deal with the Obsidian Court?
I definitely believe he has. He didn't have that halo before.
You understand then what has to happen.
I don't want it to be that way, but if I am
That's
to
fine.
lose,
I don't feel like we're playing at their game.
The Obsidian Court have made it painstakingly clear that there is no way to get rid of them except for to erase them entirely.
well, I will say that if I must lose family, I can at least tell you with confidence that more family will return to us. My father, I speak of him passing, however, that's not the truth.
I knew it!
I don't know where, but my brother is keeping him. I don't know for what purpose, but I know my father breathes.
So if we can find Glorioso and defeat your brother, this silly war ends.
If that is the case, yes. My father had no interest in dealing with the Kingdom of Davii. He just saw them as trading partners and nothing more.
That's all we wish to be.
I don't understand the all of a sudden bloodlust of my people over the last 3 years for their blood.
Well, we will do everything we can to stop this from happening, but we're going to need information.
Right, well, I know that my brother and I, on our last vacation before the chains came down, had a small run-in with our father, and as soon as she's about to continue talking about like this vacation where something happened, you see as an explosion of blood happens in her chest, and you see like this metal spiked thing poking out from her dress.
Oh God!
And she looks down and goes, what? And all of a sudden, you see her begin to dry up like a raisin. And after about 30 seconds, she drops dead. And this projectile in her chest is grappled away on a chain from beneath you.
Can I see who originated with the chain?
Roll perception.
Okay.
I'd also like to roll perception.
Go for it.
15.
22.
Just a 14.
With a 22, Isaiah, you quickly look to the side where the chain is coming from before it's retracted and see a very heavy-set human man, sort of like the body dimensions of Kingpin from Spider-Man, with some sort of gadget in his hand that connects him to the queen, or to the sister of the king. And as she falls over dead, he quickly runs inside before your allies can see him. And while you're all trying to process what's happening, you hear a click at the door, and it opens to a highly dressed guard, or like highly decorated guard, opening the door and saying, "What have you done?"
I go after where the killer had ran inside.
That is a 6-story leap. Are you doing that?
You have wings, boots of flying.
I do.
Ah, you do. So
I am
I
going
will.
to cast command on this guard.
ooh, fun. Does that mean that he has to wisdom save, or?
I will look.
So yeah, I just kind of leap over the side.
Yes, he has to wisdom save, but I have a thing.
Okay.
Whenever I cast a spell that has a verbal component, you can suppress the senses of those around you. Choose one creature that can hear you within 30 feet. Your spell casting is silent to that creature, and it has disadvantage on its next wisdom, intelligence, or charisma check within 1 minute. I'm going to use that to give him disadvantage, and he won't know I cast a spell because it is silent.
Well, disadvantage actually gave him something higher, so that's still a 7, so I'm pretty sure that's a fail.
That is definitely a fail. My DC is 14.
What are you commanding him to do?
My command is attack.
Who?
Anyone inside.
Oh, okay. And Valgum, are you doing anything?
I'm probably just gonna mage armor myself.
Now, as soon as he does damage or is dealt damage, the spell will end. I just want him to attempt to attack somebody.
All right, so sure enough, he runs inside, and I'm going to roll luck real fast.
Okay.
Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. That's a 24. Okay. So, you watch as this guard suddenly turns around and sprints out back into the main gala room, where you see that he goes up to someone who's speaking with Ephrael, someone who looks very dressed, like decorated, and appears to be the head general of the entire Snowdown army. And he is going to roll to attack.
Oh my god.
And hits!
Oh, no.
Nine damage total. He snaps out of it and is promptly tackled by everyone in the room.
And I run in like a second after he gets tackled and go, "Stop him! He killed her! He killed the queen's brother! He killed the king's sister!"
Persuasion?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That is a 7.
Okay, so while the guards aren't paying attention to what you're saying right now, they are way more invested in apprehending this person for attacking the general. But you figure if you leave the body of the woman alone, she will no doubt be, seen, and dots will be connected, so long as you don't make yourself too obvious. Too much
Right,
more obvious.
I'm gonna fucking dip then. We know what we need to do now, at least. We have that.
I take it Valgrim's doing the same.
Yeah.
Cutting to Isaiah. Isaiah, you quickly use your new winged boots, which seem to be very very useful for what's going on, and jump down. And with this newly found ability to fly, you are able to not get caught up in what seems to be commotion. You're not sure why, but people are starting to run out of the gala. And this man that you're chasing turns around, sees you, and starts running faster before ducking down a corner or a corridor. And when you turn to see him, he is surrounded by 4 soldiers who are surrounding him. The man now has blood coming from the corners of his mouth and is panting on the floor aggressively. Or not aggressively, but as very wearily. And
I don't think he took that fall very well.
when he sees you turn the corner, he shouts to the soldiers that are surrounding him, "That's the man. He had a thing, and he shot it at... He shot it at Miss Snowdown."
He's the perpetrator!
So, naturally, with him shouting all of this, the 4 soldiers immediately turn and look at you. Isaiah, what's your plan? What's your game here?
I do not have persuasion. Fuck it. I'm gonna tackle this man. I'm gonna tackle this man to the ground.
Okay. Contested strength.
That is a 21.
All right. So, you tackle him to the ground. You basically, with these flying boots, basically glide towards him and wrestle him to the floor. And while you're squabbling with him, you feel 4 sets of arms on your shoulders and forearms pulling you backwards. So they are going to... What was your score, a 21?
Yes.
They are going to try to pull you off of him. They got 4 chances.
Can I bonus action rage?
I mean, I don't see why not. Does that bump the DC up?
I
Gives
don't.
advantage on strength checks.
Yeah.
Well, you already tackled him to the ground, so
Yeah, true. So
How
it
are we
would
going to help you here?
Yeah.
So one of them did get a 22. So they end up pulling you off of him and eventually tie your hands together. And you are currently being just kept in the corner while they deal with this man and listen to his
Disarm
story.
him! He has the contraption that killed Miss Snowdown.
When they look around, he has nothing in his hands. He just looks like a man who was attacked in the night and is currently bleeding. And so we are going to end tonight's session with Aethys and Valgum getting out of the gala before things get particularly bad, and Isaiah being tied up and being read his rights before being taken to prison.
Prison bust episode.
Prison break.
So, To those of you watching on stream, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties earlier. Thank you for watching. You can catch the VOD of this episode and last episode, this week on the YouTube channel, Crit Heads.
Shout out artist Sora Nokami.
Yes, thank
Check
you. I
them
couldn't
out
remember the name.
Artists and clients. They have a commission page. Super excellent. Good art. Very fair prices. Very nice person.
Yeah, so thank you very much for the art. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, you can catch our sessions live at YouTube, or not YouTube, goddamn. You can catch our sessions live at twitch.tv/CritHeadsOfficial. Anything else? I think that's it.
I think that's good.
Then
All
let's
right.
wrap it up.
Thank you all for watching. See you next week, hopefully.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Yep. Bye.